Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel and happy Halloween if you're watching this on Halloween, or I hope you're looking forward to Halloween if you're watching it on Thursday night, depending where you are in the world. Usually, I always do try and do a bonus video for Halloween, usually something creepy. I've done zombies for the last couple of years. I still haven't found enough skeletons to do anything with, but there was one card that I was completely shocked to find had actually been added to MTGO, because I thought they'd missed it out when they did the 40k commander decks, and it is obviously Be'lakor, the Dark Master. 3 blue, red and black for a 6/5 Demon Noble. Has flying, and when Be'lakor enters, you draw X cards, lose X life, where X is the number of demons we control. And whenever another demon enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Yeah, had to do something with kind of horror theme. Demons are horror? Yeah, okay. I mean, it's Halloween at the end of the day. So, yeah. Anyway, here we go. Here's what today's deck really does look like. I hope you enjoy this one. So, starting at the beginning, we had to have one kind of demon planeswalker. And Ob Nixilis, the adversary, comes in from the planeswalker side of things. 3 mana, the +1. You can casualty it if you want to. The copy isn't legendary and has starting loyalty X, that's fine. You sacrifice creature off to do it, so we get 2 copies of Nixilis, that's fine. But the +1, each opponent loses 2 life unless they discard a card. If you control a demon or devil, you gain 2 life. And then the -1 for the extra devils doesn't really fit in with the demon type or side of things. But hey, it's here, it's fun. And if we can do the -7, that's okay then. We did cheat with the creatures, I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of changelings in it. Someone pointed out to me that changelings are demons, so we've got a few in. Starting with the Moth Dust Changeling. Comes in, 1/1, flies. If we tap another untapped creature. The Universal Autonomon's in as well, the shape-shifting artifact creature. Dream Devourer is a demon. Each non-land card in your hand without full tell has full tell, and its full tell cost is reduced by 2 from its original mana, so, yeah. Nice way of cheating our demons out, because demons are expensive to cast at the end of the day. Shapesharer, just so we can have it become a copy of a non-legendary demon if we need to, but it is a demon itself. Skeletal Changeling, just to have a little bit of regeneration fun, and then some real demons. Bothersome Quasit. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you get to go to creature an opponent controls, and that can't block. Tabarex, Hope's Demise is also in. Has lifelink as long as it has 5 more counters on it. And whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you get to put +1/+1 on here. So that's fine. There's no other clerics in the deck, so we're not going to worry too much about the life loss in card draw. Tullian Marauder is also in. It is a demon, kind of. Whenever someone casts a spell, you get to put +1/+1 counter on here. And then some of the bigger demons. The Bloodlet of Aklazots means people lose more life than what they should do in our turn. And then Clone to copy a non-legendary demon. Yep, okay. Dax Duplicate as well. Gives you a copy of any creature on the battlefield. So if there's something really nasty that your opponents have got, you can always go and nick it. But it is here, and it is a haste and dethrone. So it's not the end of the world. Kador, Doom Scourge, the Demon Berserker, let's go. Everyone has to attack everyone apart from you, and whenever an attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life and we gain a life. So, yay. Lijara, Kinseekers also comes in as another changeling demon. Enters the battlefield if you control 3 or more creatures that share a type. Put a +1/+1 counter on here and scry, so that's okay. The Metamorph for a little bit more copying. And Shakasima. Ooh. That's horrible artwork. No, it's not. Enters the battlefield as a copy of any other creature except it is Shakasima. Legendary rule doesn't apply. And yeah, you could have 2 Be'lakors. That'd be quite tasty. From there, Stunt Double does the same. Copy of creature on the battlefield. Valgavoth, Harrower of Souls is in as well. Ward with 2 life. Whenever an opponent loses life for the first time each turn, you put a +1/+1 on here and draw a card. Archfiend of Depravity. I like the artwork from the Final Fantasy one, so I did make sure that one was changed. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, that player chooses up to 2 creatures they control and sacrifices the rest. So, yeah, goodbye all your demons. Vrock is also in as well. Beginning of your end step, if an opponent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, each opponent loses 3 life. Coming in from 40k to back up Be'lakor as a Bloodthirster. Flying Trample, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, untap it. There's an additional combat phase. You can't attack the same player again with this. And then Rakdos, Patron of Chaos. At the beginning of your end step, target opponent may sacrifice 2 non-land, non-token permanents. If they don't, we get to draw some cards. Orca, the Siege Engine, Siege Demon is also in. Whenever another creature dies, +1/+1 counter on here. And when this dies, it deals damage equal to its power, divided as you choose amongst any number of targets. Yeah, right, like that. Silent Blade Uni for a little bit of ninjutsu fun, so we can go and cast spells from someone else's hand, and cheaps, gets us around, takes it from 7 to 6 to cast. So a little bit expensive still, but we can do it. Archfiend of Despair, your opponents can't gain life. Yeah, there's been a lot of Helia recently, so I'm quite happy to see this. And at the beginning of each end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life that player lost this turn. So, that's fine, but it's only your opponents. Finally, the last demon, the big version of Algothoth, the Terror Eater is here. Yeah, we all know what this does. This if you cast a spell this way, paid life equals mana value instead of its mana cost when you exile pings and let to play your opponent's cards. Sorceries, well, we had to have some ramps. Well, a little bit of card draw search. I put in Serum Visions. You can put in wherever you want, really, but it's here. Vandal Blast, just to take out everyone else's artifacts. Time Twister, so we can stuff everything back in and get a whole new hand when it goes pear-shaped. Control with Chain Reaction and Damnation. And then, just in case we do need to get all our demons back at some stage, Patriarch's Bidding. Yes, everybody gets to do the same thing, but hopefully, with Be'lakor in play and casting this, will give us a bit of a win quicker. Thoughtcast, we've got a lot of artifacts coming up, so have this in some more card draw. Likewise, Echo of the Eon, so we can do the whole stuff everything back in and draw 7 twice. And more control with Blasphemous Act, just to keep that board under control. Blasphemous Acts with demons seems kind of appropriate today. Instance, Counterspell, Rift and Mana Drain, nothing fancy there. And then the artifacts, and it is a lot of ramp because of how much our demons cost. So Mox Tantalite, Soul Talisman, the Elixir, another way of shuffling everything back in when it goes pear-shaped. Soul Ring, Signet, Felwar Stone, Jet Medallion, Jet, Ruby and Sapphire Medallions, and then the Talismans of Creativity, Dominance and Indulgence, Thought Vessel, and then a little bit of fun so we can have some more demons coming in another way. Birthing Bows is in as well, just so we can pay 4 mana and get a shape-shifting demon token when we need to. Life gain and some treasure production with the Nuka-Cola vending machine, just so we can get the artifacts on the creatures out. We've got the Reaver Cleaver in, just so we can get those treasure tokens and hopefully cast more things. The backup ability of Aetherflux Reservoirs in. I think we should be able to gain the life when we get to a point where we've got a lot of mana available, so we might be able to ping someone for 50. Bit of a rush, but I did need some way of getting some life gain in here, so I went with this. And then Maskwood Nexus, another way of getting some more shape-shifting demons into play. Yeah. From there, Rhystic Study for the card draw, Storm the Vault, so we can get even more treasures out and hopefully flip it into a nice version of the Tellurium Academy at some stage. A little bit of fun with the combo in it. So we've got Exquisite Blood and Sanguine Bond in here. We both know if you have both of these in play and then drop Be'lakor, you are literally going to win the game there and then on the spot. Palace Siege, so we can do the whole return a creature card from our graveyard to our hand, or we can go and do everyone loses 2, we gain 2 if we need to. Revel in Riches, just another backup win condition if we get 10 treasures. And so we can get things out of anyone's graveyard. The Virtue of Persistence is in as well. -3/-3, gain 2 life on the sorcery side just for the Scorn. Or then basically nick something from a graveyard every turn onto the battlefield. Seemed like a reasonable plan to me. The lands, 36 of them, all of the blue, black and red lands you would expect to see. The sack lands are here, the ones from Duskmourn and Ether Drifter in for the alternate pair. Contaminated Aquifer, 3 islands, 4 mountains, 4 swamps. The Tainted Lands are in for the Isle and the Peak. Training Centre, underground, undersea sewers, so on and so forth. And obviously Xander's Lounge for the... Might as well have the cycling card in, to be perfectly honest. And that's it. And that is my take on Be'lakor, the Dark Master, for this Halloween. Yeah. Hopefully next year we'll get a few more skeletons. We do something different. bit bored doing zombie ones, but it's Halloween. Had to do something a bit different, and Demon Nobles seemed like a good plan to me. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't been here before. Hit the share button, hit the cheer button if you can. Please tell everybody about the channel. Help me get there with my followers here on YouTube. And there's 781 still as I record this one. Obviously, I've said that for the last couple of videos, but hey, it's true as I record this anyway. And yeah, I'll be back next week. We'll have a bit of fun next week. Hopefully there've been some of the Avatar cards spoiled. I can go back to the Avatar list, so keep an eye out for that. If not, we'll just hit the random button, get something started for the start of the week, and then we'll take it from there. But for now, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you very soon. Have a good one. Bye.